I just want to welcome you to our today's class this particular day, which is on 19th of May, the year 2026. And I want us to look at this question that has been brought to us. The question is asking us to give the type of bond that is found between two amino acids. So let me just have this as my first amino acid, and this is my second amino acid, and these two amino acids are bonded to give us this structure that can get referred to as a dipeptide. So this is a dipeptide. So di means two, and of course the bond between those two amino acids is called a peptide bond. So this is a peptide bond that is found between two amino acids, amino acid 1 and amino acid 2. And you can have quite a good number of these amino acids undergoing a process in biology called condensation, where now they'll be able to end up forming a protein as a macromolecule. So this is called building units of a protein. So they get condensed and they're actually able to get held together by a type of bond called a peptide bond, and they form a macromolecule or a protein. And each protein will be able to have a particular number of amino acids. People always give us this information that somatotrophin is a growth hormone that is very natural, and somatotrophin being a growth hormone enhances growth and development. It enhances cell division. It actually brings about increase in size and mass. It brings about the change in complexity of the structures of these living organisms. There's what we call quantitative permanent increase in the size and mass, and qualitative change in the structures of these organisms. So this bond is called a peptide bond holding two amino acids together, and all these amino acids can undergo a process called condensation to give us a protein. For example, somatotrophin is a natural growth hormone, and somatrophin as a synthetic growth hormone can actually be able to have around 191 amino acids. Look at that. If you go to another protein called hemoglobin, as a red pigment in the red blood cells that enhances the transportation of oxygen, is believed to have around 500 and above amino acids. Look at that. So that tells you that we have quite a good number of amino acids getting condensed and held together by a peptide bond to give us a protein as a polypeptide or a macromolecule. A peptide bond between two, but many of them can actually get referred to as a polypeptide. You can be able to give us a protein or a macromolecule.